I'm pushing. I have recorded. I pushed the record button. It is recording, and I will not touch the mouse ever again. I just
Okay.
said, I just had this beautiful NSL live talk with Jack Jeffries
Oh,
at the
really?
US Nationals. Because the whole complete old lineup was there. He was there, not jumping, just visiting, and I had never talked to him, so I kindly asked him if he would be willing to chat a little bit for the audience. And I have in the past, especially in the early years, I have done this several times. I forgot to push the record button, or I pushed it twice or whatever, and it didn't record it. So I sent with Jack there. Thank you, Jack. And we chatted. It was a great conversation about all kind of stuff.
But
And then at the
don't tell me you didn't record it.
yeah, I tell you that.
Oh, wow. So when
But
will you get that opportunity again, Kurt?
it will come back. I'm hoping so. We are trying to fix it as good as possible. I have a little bit of it. There's a little 1 2 minute clip.
Okay.
We try to put the information for the profile together. So hopefully it will all eventually happen. And then, but it has happened before. I'm just saying that it's happening, but I'm gonna make sure that it's not happening with us.
Well,
Okay, so officially now, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to new NSL Live Talk. I think I keep this in there, the Jack Jeffrey story,
yeah.
as the introduction to this one. I have another very special guest here who gives me the privilege to spend a little bit time with him. It's Mr. Sven Ibens. Hi, Sven.
Good evening or good morning to you, Kurt.
And
Thanks
Happy
for
New
having
Year.
me.
We have a new year. I wish you the best for all that.
Yes.
We had some nice holidays. We talked about this already, our holidays. So we leave that beside and we cut to the case,
Okay.
or the chase, or whatever you call it.
Thank you, and Happy New Year to you as well, Kurt.
Thank you. So, Sven, I don't know where to start, but I think it is the right thing to start with Hayabusa because I don't know how many people these days know that you are one of the original NMP PCH Hayabusa members. Actually, I should not say that because you were not a member of NMP PCH, you were a member of Spa Hayabusa. Or how did you call yourselves at the very beginning?
In the beginning, it was just Hayabusa, but like you say, it's probably not, and there will be less and less people knowing about that, which is a good thing because things evolve and things keep moving, and we should not live in the past. But the team name was Hayabusa. It was just Hayabusa, and then we got the support from Skydive Spa, which is a drop zone in Belgium, a large drop zone in Belgium, and then they supported us so well that we decided to include their name into the team name, and then it became Spa Hayabusa. And then after a couple of years, the team went full professional and joined the military, joined the Belgian army, and then they became the NMP PCH Hayabusa as they are still right now.
And we're talking about the original lineup with Roy Jensen, Andy, and David Browitz. That was really the original, which eventually became, people say, the best forward team in history. After they got rid of Sven Ibens, of course.
it took them a while. It took them a while, but at the end they got rid of them and they became really good after that. So.
In hindsight, it is really kind of funny because everybody, I mean, the Hayabusa guys say love you like their father or whatever member, the best friend, because you are that, you're so humble and kind and experienced and blah blah blah, all that good stuff. So, but you never won a medal with them. When you left, they won the first medal.
Yeah, it is true. We did win a European medal. That I can tell, but not a medal on world level. That's true.
I will never forget when you left, which was after the World Meet in 2006
Yes.
in Germany. So you had placed 6 in Yugoslavia or Croatia, and then the 6th place again in Germany in Vera.
Yeah.
And then the 3 boys, they decided we don't want to be 6, well, we want to win. We want to be world champions. So we're gonna subscribe to the military services, become full-time competitors, and win world championships. And Mr. Sven Ibens said, sorry guys, I can't do that.
Well, you know what? The truth behind that is that a year before I already announced that I would quit, because I felt and I knew that the team was needed to do something more than just be weekend warriors that we were at that time. And there was a lot of potential in the team, especially with the 3 young guys, Roy, David, and Andy, that were in the team at that moment. And then I decided to help them, or to tell them, hey, with me you're not going to get there. With me you will never be a full-time or a professional team, because I had my life outside of the team, etc., etc. So I told them a year beforehand that I would quit in 2006, and that they needed to go professional, that they needed to take steps to become professional skydivers. And then eventually the Belgian army came on their path, and they happily accepted that challenge and that opportunity. And the rest, like they say, is history. We all know what happened after that and what is still happening after that. So it was a good move for them to join the military.
So again, Sven Ibens, original Hayabusa member, but it didn't mean that you stopped jumping and competing and all that kind of stuff. So that went on. Another quick thing before we get to this, actually, we have two main topics, and I looked into the archives, and I could not find. You probably know better, but I think we have never done together an NSL live talk, interview, or anything. I couldn't find anything. It happened all after you had left the team already.
I think, well, I don't recall, or I'm pretty sure that we didn't have a one-on-one talk before. So this is like really a premiere. But we did some talks with other teams that I was in, like Thunder and also I believe Fireflash.
Yes.
We did some talks as a team, but not in a one-on-one setting. That is correct.
Yeah, not with Hayabusa. So yes, Fireflash, Thunder, Fireflash. Yeah. So now we are already at the point. You did continue, of course. You only decided I cannot do full time. I cannot go to military, but I am not going to stop doing four-way. And you still have not stopped. First came Thunder, which became a world-class team. An amateur team, weekend team, not a full-time team, but a world-class team for sure. Then came Fireflash, and Fireflash is still there.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, I when I said that I would leave Hayabusa to give the boys the room to go professional, that didn't mean for me that I would stop skydiving, because I still, and I did, and I still love skydiving, and it's just it's a passion of mine, and I do not see myself quitting anytime soon. And who knows what the future will bring, but I just love doing it, and I didn't want to quit. I still enjoy working in a team, flying in a team, skydiving in a team. I love the team dynamics about it. I love spending time with my team. For me, it's just a great journey and a great experience, not only as a skydiver, but also as a person, as a human being.
And give us quickly, please, an ISR Fireflash update, because a lot of things have happened, and gosh, you had such bad luck. Actually, we had first the accident. I mean, the crazy accident with Glenn, right?
Yep.
who really hurt himself badly, broke his back at work on or whatever. And then, like several years later, when Fireflash was on, on the way, had become already a new world-class team. It looks like you bring teams to the world-class level pretty easily and quickly.
It's not me. I just know
Yeah,
how
I know.
I just
I
know how to
know.
surround me with good people.
Yeah.
That's
And I guess they flock to you because you are good people too. So it's not that
well,
easy to join your lineups and whatever. So then we had recently very bad luck with Maya again, who has been one
yeah,
of the recent teammates for a few years now.
yeah.
Um, she hurt herself.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we've had some rough times with the team, to be honest with you. When we started in 2017, that was, or the end of 2016. Um, in the end of 2017, Glenn, like you said, he broke his back in a work accident. Was really bad. He had to recover for a long time, but he did it pretty quickly, even though he had some still a long time of yeah, some problems or some issues with his back. But he came back. We as a team, we decided that we would wait for him. We would not replace him because we felt that the atmosphere in the team was way more important than and we wanted to wait for Glenn because we felt that he was really and is really a part of the team, and we couldn't leave him behind. And we just wanted to support him fully. So we waited, and then in 2018 we had a really great year, great training year. With great results, great progress, etc., etc. And then COVID came, which ended up in two easy or two slow years, to be honest. And then the year 2021 we picked it up again, and then 2022. First of all, in the beginning of the year, Wesley announced that he would step back from the team. Wesley and myself and Grim, our video man, we have been teammates with Thunder, and I've been teammates with Wesley ever since 2009, when Thunder was started, and then in 2010 Grim came on board as well. So Wesley decided to quit the team after the outdoor season in 2022. We were going to give him the goodbye that he really deserves, and we wanted to like really go fast and go hard on two more competitions, outdoor competitions that we had planned. But unfortunately, on the last training day of the outdoor season in this year 2022, Maya hurt herself really bad, and she broke her back during the last, or no, the first day of the first jump of the last training day that we had planned. She had a really bad landing due to turbulent winds, and she broke her back, and she's now in recovery. So Wesley didn't get the goodbye that he really deserves. We need to do something about that. But we wanted to start looking for a new team member, which was definitely set back because of Maya's injury, because we don't know when she will be skydiving again. The good thing is that she's really fit and she recovers really well and fast at this moment. So we have started flying again, and in the meantime, we have found a new replacement for Wesley. So the way it stands right now is that we're back in full force. We have still a long way to go because we need to take it into account that Maya still has to recover, still has to heal, and that Lena, who is our new team member, she's a young skydiver, very talented, very joyful person, very pleasant to be around. She will have to come a pretty long way as well, but we will be dedicating the 2023 season as a building season. And then by the end of the year, we hope to be at a respectable level again with the team. But we have good hopes, and we're positive. We are full of energy, and we're starting to train again, which is which feels good, and I'm looking forward to it, and I know that the rest of the team is looking forward to that as well. So that is, in a nutshell, the roller coaster that we have been in with our team.
Welcome, Lena. So we'll get an introduction more detailed introduction by the NSL news hopefully soon here. I guess we'll investigate a little bit.
Yes.
He has been at other teams before, right? Akila, you said, I believe.
Yes. Yeah.
So you will find some background information there, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fireflash. I mean, Fireflash was such a great, has been, came up so quickly. I remember when you did a pickup 8-way team with Hayabusa actually at the US Nationals, right? And you were basically right on to world-class level there. You know, I mean, close to bronze medal level, or you were probably already placing in a medal position at US Nationals, or whatever. So Fireflash is the breeding ground for world-class competitors, and Sven has a big role in that. But there's other stuff. When my second bigger topic that I wanted to touch, you had a big career change recently at the same time, a big dramatic career change, and you are kind of, you know, we have had skydivers with similar career changes. If you look at Dan BC and Jack Jeffries and Shannon, they were beginning to use their four-way experiences, their very intensive team experiences, dynamics and all the whole thing, to go into the corporate world, you know, to basically teach companies, corporations, people, managers how to be good teammates. And they can sing a song about that because they've done a lot of team jumping in years, and there's no more intense team sport than four-way, because you spend all in soccer, basketball, whatever. You go to a training session 2 hours, 3 hours, and you go back home to your family, whatever. When we train, we spend the whole day, sometimes 24 hours together. You know, if you're sleeping at the same place, and you have to master it somehow. So we can talk about groups. You were in a kind of a corporate business environment before, but now you have moved into a totally different scenario. You are now the general manager. Is that correct for Vigil?
Yes, correct. Yeah, I mean, like you say, Kurt, it's I wouldn't compare. I mean, I feel really humbled, and I definitely would not compare myself with the names that you mentioned there, because I mean they're on a different level, I believe, still. But yes, I've made a career change, and it's something that I didn't plan for. Obviously, I mean, my passion lies in skydiving. That is for sure. I didn't plan for this. It came out of the blue. It really came out of nowhere. And I was approached to pick up this role earlier this year. It took me a very long time to accept it and to evaluate whether or not I would or should do it. But in the end, it was a choice of the heart, and I felt that I needed to do it. I needed to accept this challenge, which is completely new for me, and which is definitely, for me, it feels like a big challenge, and it still is every day. But I felt that I needed to accept this challenge, because I also felt that if I would not do it, I would regret it for the rest of my life. So it gave me an opportunity to work in an environment that I really like and that I really love and that I'm passionate about. So again, it's a choice of the heart. I've decided to give it my best, and I'm trying to work really hard for it. And I've also accepted that if my best isn't good enough, then so be it. But I mean, it's something that I just could not ignore. And then also with the full support of my family, with my wife and kids, fully supporting me in it. It feels good it felt good to be able to accept it. And like you said, the main challenge that was ahead of me and I was hired for, is to make a team out of the people within the company, and so far it's going great. I love doing it. It definitely has challenges, and it definitely, especially in the beginning and before I accepted before I started here, it kept me a little bit awake at night, realizing or not realizing what I was going to throw myself into. But I'm happy that I accepted it, and yeah. Again, I would have regretted for the rest of my life if I wouldn't have done it. So yeah, major change, but only for the good.
Yeah, a product you have already, so it is really more about the environment, you know, as you mentioned, you know, the team, the production team, the management team,
Yep.
the administration, all of that, because the product has been out there for a while, and it's a very successful product, as we know.
Exactly. Yep.
And Vigil is basically all over the planet right now, right? With a
Yep, correct.
product. So the difficulty is probably also, can you transfer any of your previous career into it? You were in the insurance business, right? Basically,
Yes, I've been in insurance and risk management, basically for my entire professional life. I've dealt with financial institutions and insurance brokers, but also on a corporate level. I've been in charge of risk management and insurance management for several companies in the past. I mean, again, something completely different. Yes, there are some topics that relate to what I do right now, or what I need to be doing right now. But this is way more diverse than what I've been up to before. And it's again, like I said, it definitely challenges me, but also that's what I like about it. I've also I need to accept, and I will accept that I will make mistakes, and probably stupid mistakes, but I'm okay with that. So again, it's for my personal development. This is definitely a good thing.
well, it's related to, you know, your passion. So we are somehow in a similar boat. You know, when I'm sitting here on the computer, I'm not really jumping from planes or turning points. You know, I'm doing office work, but it's related to the passion, of course, and
Exactly.
you're in the same boat.
Exactly. And at least now I can wear, I don't have now I can wear my Vigil t-shirt for work.
Yeah, yeah. I've been wearing it longer than you do, than you have. Okay, I'm getting the warning here, the 10-minute warning.
Okay.
We have used up as we thought. That goes so quickly. But quick to you know what you're doing now, and give us a quick idea of what Fireflash is. I mean, back to the practical, you know, to the turning points kind of thing. What's the plan?
The plan for this year is to focus mainly on indoor training, and that has to do with the fact that we don't know when Maya will be skydiving again. Again, she's recovering really fast, but the injury was really severe as well. She can fly in the tunnel, even though after the surgery, or with the surgery and with the accident, she's lost quite some weight, and she's not very flexible in her back yet. So we'll have to adapt a little bit to that. But it gives us, I mean, we decided to make the best out of a bad situation, and to accept that certain issues that will arise. But it also gives us, so that situation gives us the opportunity to bring Lena up to speed, while we are not flying at full speed. So we decided to make it a big tunnel training year. We have planned for 30 hours of tunnel this year, which, I mean, I think that's the most that I at least have trained. Right. And that I have trained in the tunnel in 1 year up until now. So we will break everything down. We will basically go from zero. We'll start with probably one-on-one drills, and basic technical drills, etc., etc. And then we'll have the time to build up throughout the year. And then by the end of the year, we want to be at a decent level, and obviously that will also include like speed training and stuff like that. But that will be towards the end of the year. And then we decided to include towards the end of the year as much indoor competitions as possible, just to give the team, Lena, not only Lena but also everybody in the team, the opportunity to learn from those experiences as well. And then we'll see how far we can get with outdoor training. We still plan to do some outdoor training, but it will be very, very limited in numbers of jumps probably. So we're counting on like somewhere between 50 and 100 jumps throughout the year, which will be at a low pace as well. It will probably not be full training days of 12 or 14 jumps with back-to-backs, etc., etc., because we want to make sure that we are not forcing Maya, and that we have her recovered decently and fully before we go back into full outdoor training again. So indoor is a little bit easier for us to plan at this moment. Outdoor, we'll have to see what the year brings and how it will continue. But again, I mean, we're super motivated. We're happy that we're back in full force, and we, especially myself, we are looking forward to start training. As a matter of fact, our first training of the year will be the day after tomorrow. So yeah, excited about it. And then we'll keep Dennis Praat, notorious Hayabusa member. We'll keep him as our coach, so he will play an important role in our progression as well. Also,
the senior member now, the senior member of Hayabusa.
He's the senior. Well, David is still on board. Obviously, he's the only remaining original member. But yeah, Dennis is definitely picking up his senior role in Hayabusa. Yes.
Back to the beginnings. That's where the conversation began.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so the wind tunnel, the intensive wind tunnel. In this case, wind tunnels are also great for rehabilitation. Obviously, you can begin rehabilitation now these days much earlier, quicker, and better, more efficient than it used to be. You don't need an automatic opening activation device in the wind tunnel. But you can start early and get yourself ready.
It was funny because Maya, Glenn, and myself, that was before we even found Lena as our new member. We were in the tunnel and we were coaching because it was the day before the ISR Grand Prix at the end of November. And Maya she came from her chiropractor, and he had told her that she could fly in the wind tunnel by herself. She could try and fly in the wind tunnel. So Maya was like, "Hey, do you have your suit with you? Because I can fly in the wind tunnel, but I need to go by myself. So, but maybe you can join me." So myself and Glenn, we put on our suits, and then Maya, she jumped in the wind tunnel, and it was like she never had left the tunnel after her accident. And then I believe after 25 seconds, she was signaling, "Hey, you guys, come in. I want to fly together with you guys." Yeah, so I mean, it was funny, and it was good to see her flying again after the injury as well.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Well. Good luck, Maya. Do well quickly, and good luck with this. Sven, thank you so much.
She'll manage.
Yeah. So thank you so much for giving me this one-on-one thing here that we have never done before.
No worries. Thank you, Kurt.
And hopefully we'll have Fireflash all together again at some point and sometime, and then interview the new lineup, the new Fireflash lineup, when you're back in action. And all the best for the rest of the year.
Thank you very much.
Annelies, well, she was flying at the Grand Prix too, wasn't he? I thought I saw
Yeah.
her on a picture somewhere.
Yeah, she has a team, or she had a team with some of her former 8-way teammates, because she was in the Dutch 8-way team for quite a bit, and they had a 4-way tunnel team, which continued after the 8-way stopped, but that has discontinued as well now. But the good news is that Annelies and myself, we will be flying in a 4-way team together with our son in the tunnel. So
Oh,
we start training next Monday with that
oh,
team.
there comes the story. All right, well, please get the video of it if you
I
don't
will.
mind,
I will send you that. I will send you
and
that.
we will surely follow up on that.
That's good. All right.
Okay, Sven. Thanks again. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful rest of the day.
Thank you very much, Kurt.
We'll talk soon again.
We'll talk soon.